Have you ever been overwhelmed by the feeling that there's too much stuff in your life? Too many things vying for your attention, taking up your time, energy, and focus. What if I told you that the secret to a more fulfilling life lies in having less? Welcome to this episode of the Taoist Philosophy series. Join me as we delve into the profound wisdom of Taoism and explore how embracing simplicity can lead us to a life of deeper meaning and inner peace. Laozi, the central figure of Taoism, invites us to adopt a mindset of subtraction, one that challenges conventional notions of success and material accumulation. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves surrounded by an abundance of possessions, commitments, and distractions. But Laozi reminds us that true fulfillment comes not from the relentless pursuit of more, but from the conscious decision to remove the unnecessary, the inessential, and the artificial. This principle is beautifully captured in the quote, "Manifest plainness. Embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires." Let's break down each part of this powerful statement and see how it applies to our lives. The first phrase, manifest plainness, encourages us to be direct, honest, and authentic in our interactions with the world. It's a call to strip away the layers of pretense, social niceties, and superficiality that often hinder our ability to connect with ourselves and others on a deeper level. When we manifest plainness, we open ourselves up to a more genuine and fulfilling way of living. By embracing simplicity, Laozi doesn't advocate for a life devoid of beauty or comfort. Rather, he invites us to appreciate the inherent beauty in simplicity itself. It's about finding joy in the small things, in the natural world around us, and in the meaningful connections we make with people. It's a reminder to pause and savor the present moment, to find contentment in the midst of life's busyness. One way to manifest plainness and embrace simplicity is by being mindful of our language. How often do we use words merely to impress or persuade, rather than to express our true thoughts and feelings? How often do we embellish stories or exaggerate our achievements simply for the sake of appearing interesting or successful? When we catch ourselves in these tendencies, let's make a conscious effort to strip away the excess words and focus on communicating with clarity and sincerity. Let our words be a reflection of our inner thoughts, free from the need to impress or conform. Another aspect of manifesting plainness is being comfortable with silence. In a world that values constant entertainment and distraction, silence can often feel awkward or uncomfortable. Yet it's in silence that we give ourselves the space to listen to our inner voice, to reflect on our thoughts and emotions, and to connect with the stillness that lies at the heart of existence. By embracing silence, we open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. So let's make an effort to create pockets of silence in our daily lives. Let's turn off the noise and distractions and allow ourselves the time and space to be present in the silence. Let's see what insights and clarity emerge from the stillness. As we dive deeper into Laozi's teachings, let's explore another crucial aspect of simplicity, reducing selfishness. Selfishness often stems from a place of fear and insecurity. When we're driven by self-centeredness, we tend to hoard resources, whether they be material possessions, emotional support, or opportunities for ourselves alone. But in doing so, we not only deprive ourselves of the joy of sharing and giving, but we also create a sense of scarcity in our lives. Reducing selfishness means recognizing the interconnectedness of all beings and understanding that our own well-being is intertwined with the well-being of others. It's a reminder that true fulfillment comes not from taking, but from contributing, from nurturing relationships and making a positive impact on the lives of those around us. One way to practice reducing selfishness is through acts of kindness and generosity. Acts of kindness don't have to be grand gestures. They can be as simple as lending a helping hand to a neighbor, offering a listening ear to a friend in need, or sharing a smile with a stranger. By practicing acts of kindness, we cultivate a sense of connection and empathy, reminding ourselves that we're all part of the same human family. Similarly, Embracing generosity means being willing to share our resources and blessings with others without holding on tightly to them for our own selfish purposes. It is a reminder that what we have in abundance can be a source of happiness not only for ourselves, but also for those we share it with. Now let's consider the final aspect of this quote. Have few desires. Our desires are the driving force behind our actions, shaping our choices and influencing our happiness. However, when we have an insatiable number of desires, we often find ourselves trapped in a cycle of discontentment and dissatisfaction. Each desire we fulfill only leads to a temporary moment of pleasure, followed by a new and even greater desire that arises to take its place. This cycle can become a relentless and exhausting pursuit that leaves us feeling empty and unfulfilled. By recognizing this pattern, we can start to question the nature and purpose of our desires. Are they serving us, or are we enslaved by them? Embracing the idea of having few desires doesn't mean denying our needs or aspirations. Rather, it's about being mindful and intentional with our desires, ensuring that they align with our values and contribute to our overall well-being. It is a call to distinguish between what we truly value and what we merely chase after out of habit or societal conditioning. One practical way to approach this is by regularly evaluating our wants versus our needs. When we find ourselves drawn to something we don't truly value, we can let it pass without giving in to the impulse. By resisting these fleeting desires, we free ourselves from the shackles of consumerism and the constant need for novelty. Instead, we can channel our energy and attention toward the things that truly matter to us, whether it's nurturing our relationships, pursuing our passions, or making a positive impact on the world. Another powerful tool for managing our desires is practicing gratitude. When we cultivate a deep sense of gratitude for what we already have, we shift our focus from what we lack to what we possess. By appreciating the abundance that already exists in our lives, we naturally reduce the urge to acquire more and more because we recognize that true wealth is not measured by material possessions, but by the richness of our experiences, relationships, and inner peace. Laozi, the central figure of Taoism, lived around the 6th century BC in China. He's revered as the author of the Tao Te Ching, a foundational text that explores the principles of living in harmony with the Tao, often translated as the way or the path. Laozi's teachings emphasize simplicity, humility, and living in accordance with the natural order of the universe. He believed in the power of letting go, embracing change, and finding stillness amidst life's chaos. His philosophy continues to resonate deeply with people from various walks of life, offering guidance on how to navigate the complexities of human existence with grace and ease. In the context of simplicity, Laozi's teachings offer a powerful challenge to our modern understanding of success and abundance. He invites us to re-examine our relentless pursuit of more and more, urging us instead to find satisfaction in the present moment and the beauty of simplicity. Laozi's perspective challenges us to redefine our notions of success, reminding us that true fulfillment comes not from external achievements or material possessions, but from internal sources such as contentment, inner peace, and a sense of connection with the natural order of the universe. By embracing simplicity, we can free ourselves from the burdens of excessive ambition and societal expectations, allowing us to live lives that are more authentic, joyful, and in harmony with the rhythms of nature. But how can we practically apply this concept of simplicity to our lives? Consider decluttering your physical space, simplifying your routines, and setting clear boundaries between work and personal life. Each of these steps brings you closer to living a life that is less cluttered and more focused on what truly matters. By embracing simplicity, we can cultivate a sense of inner calm that allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater resilience. In a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable, simplicity becomes a source of stability and grounding, reminding us that true strength lies in our ability to find stillness amidst the storm. So as we come to the end of this episode, let us reflect on the profound words of Laozi. Manifest plainness. Embrace simplicity, reduce selfishness, have few desires. May they serve as a guiding light as we strive to create lives that are not only successful by societal standards, but also deeply fulfilling and in harmony with the natural order of the universe. If you found this episode insightful, I invite you to share it with someone who could benefit from these timeless teachings. Together, let's spread the wisdom of Taoism and inspire others to embrace a life of simplicity, humility, and balance. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Taoist philosophy. If you enjoyed this episode and want to continue your journey into ancient wisdom, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to leave your comments and share this video with others who might find inspiration in its message. Until next time, may you find peace in simplicity, strength in humility, and guidance in the teachings of Laozi.